Greetings, Pokemon fans. Zach Attack here, and today we're back with another Play More P4G battle. And this week, Playmore is taking on the New York Noibats and Galvanate. And after last week, they really need to rebound. They really need to get this dub. We're just going to go ahead and watch the battle. But if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and watch the battle and see how this went.
Another week, another reunion in the swamp as a former Bubby comes to town once again as Playmore is taking on the New York Noibats, coached by Galvanate. Tyler, last week did not go well, but thankfully, Bubby was not brought to the battle. If we see Bubby brought to this battle and we lose another battle, I don't know if my heart can take it.
That would be really
Saying last
disheartening.
week didn't go well is like saying my birthday is just another day. It's the understatement of the century. The good news is I'm back in my usual attire.
John
as
Cena,
I
let's
said
go.
I would be because
Let's
of
go.
the disaster that was last week. If you haven't seen it, don't go watch it. But John, I'm kind of wondering what are you wearing?
What are you doing? I am
The frog! The frog hand!
This is a big week. We are bringing our Bubby for the first time this season. Bubby versus Bubby. If you haven't seen the team already, you haven't seen the Teambuilder, you can go check that out. But the sets on screen right now, they look superb. I need to get into this battle, Tyler. Let's get into it. Moment of truth, Tyler. Did they bring Bubby? I need to know.
They did bring Bubby!
Bring Bubby. We see the
But no
Cyclosaur
Prima-Arena.
and Mudsdale. Not a Bubby, but
No Prima-Arena, though, on the other side. Because there were a lot of threats. I'm not going to rewind. I probably should have paused it and talked about their team. But Prima-Arena was the biggest threat that Galvanate had on his side. There's no Prima-Arena. I see the Cyclosaur, the old Bubby. I see the Mudsdale, which is definitely a big threat. But where's the mermaid? The mermaid would have been so good into the team. I don't see it. Sure, Superior would have been an excellent counter. So would have been Tentacruel, but I'm guessing that the Beneral knew that he wasn't going to bring Prima-Arena, hence no Tentacruel. Bro, like, well, good luck, Nate. You're probably going to get your cheeks clapped.
just, I love Mudsdale. I've asked
We both
Ben
love
to draft it.
Mudsdale a lot, yeah.
3 seasons I've asked for Mudsdale to be on the team. If we lose to it, well, I see. If we beat Mudsdale easily, Ben's going to bring it up again. We'll never ever draft it. If we lose to it, we're not going to draft it ever because he's upset. There's no winning. I'm against the ponies for now. If Wolfie is listening, I'm sorry. But we actually don't know what Ben wants to lead with. He talked a bit about Prima-Arena. We don't see that on the opponent's side, which is kind of interesting. We don't see Tentacruel either. Both of those Pokemon, like, Prima-Arena does have coverage for Tentacruel. Tentacruel's like a really good Pokemon to switch in against it. I kind of expected to see both of them back and forth. Don't see it at all, and instead, we can lead off with the Sneaky Snake and probably just get a glare off immediately, which is fantastic because there's no Trevenants.
Yeah,
It's
no
better than
Trevenant.
me because I 100% would have led off with the choice band and
Elite Seed is
165 attack.
absolutely
Rampardos.
free.
I love our Bubby here. I love
Oh,
the lure
Rampardos
of
is so
Bubbies.
good.
Now, I don't like to see Bubby
165 attack.
but in this case, I
Bro.
like cars.
And speaking of Bubby, the sponsor of this team is always a Play More. And if you go to play-more.store, we have a brand new merch drop for this season. An incredible new shirt and an incredible new
I got one of the
sweatshirt.
new
We've
shirts
got
on
more
me right
Bubby
now.
Plushies and the old shirts. If you want to grab something, go get it while you can. But for now,
Chest Beard. Ooh, Shining
Chest
Paladin.
I mean, a lot of beards end up on someone's chest. But I guess I see what he's saying here with the air balloon, which is kind of interesting here. Now,
I thought you saw what he was saying, because the beard kind of looks like it's puffing out from the chest.
I'm moving past it. I kind of get it. But this is actually a fantastic lead for us. You know, Trevenant was the number one thing that the opponent could switch in on the Superior. Now we can just kind of mess with most of the team. We're not going to be able to offensively take Cobalion down, but slowing this thing down and causing it to get para
turn 1 is insane.
Phenomenal. So I love this, as Ben is going to really damage his friendship with the opponent, go for a sub, and ruin his day. Tyler, do you love a good start to a battle? We talk about it often. How are you feeling right now?
Well, and we've already seen something that I've got a feeling we're going to see very often in this battle, and that is paralysis. Half of this team has paralysis capabilities on it.
That's true.
And I've got a feeling that Ben is going to utilize it a lot, which is fascinating to me, because we're already faster than this team on paper.
You just saw the Teambuilder, you know.
And that Choice Banded Bubby's looking good.
Oh, a heavy slam. Okay. Well, there goes the sub.
Bubby's looking really good, but Cobalion is going to be a thorn in its side. I don't know if we need to get rid of this thing for Choice Banded Bubby to do the old Choice Banded Bubby thing, but weakening this is going to be very important, and we're not really going to have a great chance to weaken it with the Superior. Now, the Leech Seed here could be really nice, especially with a switch. Okay. Hey, he's cooking.
Mr. Goop.
Mr. Goop.
Oh,
I don't know if I can see that.
Mug. It's the Alolan Mug.
I think the names are pretty good. He's goopy. He's a goopy guy.
Yeah, but I'm not happy to deal with Mr. Goop. You don't send Mr. Goop out, and I'm not saying like, hello, I'm not doing any of that.
What's up, Mr. Goop?
Yeah, what's up?
Goop guy.
This is our most serious battle. You gotta lock in, mister, okay? You gotta lock in.
Oh, we get to see Altaria. Now this is exciting.
This is exciting. It's something that we completely forgot to mention because we are very professional at the top of our game. We did actually get rid of
we know what sticky webs do.
Yeah, and body press.
All of them.
We did get rid of Avalug and replace it with Altaria, giving us an immunity to ground, giving us that dragon coverage, which is fantastic. A big thing that Ben said is we're going to have Altaria. We have the Rocky Helmet. We want to be able to bring it in on the Muck, which is really nice. We're already seeing that happen in the battle, which is fantastic. I really, really like seeing the Altaria in this battle. I think it's going to be a really solid pivot for Ben. Mr. Goop over here is not looking too good early into this battle, which I really like. Being serious about the Goop Meister over there. I'm kind of sick of Mr. Goop, I'll be honest. But it's a very frustrating Pokemon to go against. And any sort of Muck variant, whether it's a Alolan or regular, they are so difficult to get rid of. They sponge hits. They're a really good pivot. They have better offenses than you would expect. So being able to get this damage off early in the game is really, really nice for us.
Yeah, Altaria is very well known, mostly because of Gen 3 for running Earthquakes. So
yeah, Dragon is EQ. That thing was insane.
Right, that it's using it here. But the other big thing, and it's why Ben wanted this matchup, was that because of Natural Cure, poisoning the Altaria does nothing. So it is a great pivot, and this was
the air balloon. Never mind.
Air balloon.
Yeah, we noticed the air balloon early on.
Yeah, that was the explanation for the chest beard.
It was, yeah.
Well, he's popping with Brave Bird.
He's popping. Bring on the opponent's side, but it's really easy now that it's para just to go for the Brave Bird here. I don't know. I mean, you bring in the Cobalion for a reason. You're going to stay in, but just being able to pop the air balloon here, just seems so easy. I don't know. Yeah. Well, and this with the Stealth Rocks, this is our defogger, so I really... I don't fully understand what the opponent is doing here. Like, it made sense to bring it in to avoid the Earthquake, but then what? We're going to outspeed, we defog. And, I mean, with Chest Beard over here, the more we can weaken it, the better. The Volt Switch...
That did -5 damage.
I don't know. I really feel like we won that back and forth.
I agree. To get rid of the air balloon is huge. And I don't really know where Nate goes here.
Yeah, sorry. I was just adjusting my earbuds. These frog hands are not fantastic. Now this is something to be
we know it's not running Moxie.
That's true.
Yeah, we know that.
It's not Moxie Pyroar. Dang it.
Pyroar is a scary Pokemon. This thing could absolutely do a lot of damage to the team. It is something that could set up. Obviously, last week for Alligator really hurt a lot of feelings. So seeing a Pokemon brought in like this, it freaks me out a bit. I do love having Porygon 2 on the team. It's such a reliable Pokemon. We can soak up so many hits. Being able to Thunder Wave this thing is great. I don't really expect to see a substitute on the Pyroar, so I just feel like this is a good thing to try to neutralize early into the game, as Pyroar is a problem, Tyler, especially if he is going to Terra up and just bolster a stab.
Yeah, the thing with Pyroar is it's normally not thought of as a strong Pokemon, but in this lower tier draft league, when you're up near 110 special attack, over 105 speed, those are good enough. We were worried about throat spray on this thing. If it Terras up, it hyper voices, and it's got the throat spray to boost that special attack, then it's an even bigger issue.
Ooh.
But with the Fire Terra, we'll see what it goes for, because a lot of what this threat is does depend on the item.
Yeah, absolutely. But we see Yawn Pyroar, which is not something I expected, but I do feel a little bit better about this. Now, not having Tentacruel is a little unfortunate. I thought he was going to stay in for a second.
So
but I
was
think
I.
at this point, yeah, it's got to be Altaria.
Guys,
It's
you
not
gotta go
ideal.
back and
We
do
might be
the
losing Altaria
one.
early into the battle, but
We're not that worried about that.
no, I feel like this is just the right thing to do in this spot. Obviously, Altaria, I just had to make sure it was physically defensive this week. But Pyroar is going to be a bit of an issue, and
Overheat.
Overheat actually
Yeah,
helps out a ton
we should have
here.
lived that. Yeah.
We
every
can
day of the
take
week.
another one. And actually, interesting. What are they going to? They can switch into Mudsdale. Actually, it's. But it doesn't matter because we have Roost.
Yeah, now we Roost.
Yawn again.
Stay in and yawn.
Interesting. I mean, you can let Altaria go to sleep, and when you switch out, we have Natural Cure, which is actually fantastic. I very puzzled by that play, as we can go for a free Earthquake into a switch. Now, the only issue here could be if they're trying to bait the Earthquake, bring in the Mudsdale to get the defense up. But even then, I'm sure we can bring in Superior and deal with that pretty easily. So I am curious of the Yawn play there, as it just allows us to get some extra damage on Mudsdale.
You called all that pretty
Wow.
well, partner. It's like you were a competitive battler for
once upon a time.
for like years.
Once upon a
And
time, yeah.
like the world champion, like he might have called you his rival or something. I don't know. It might be far fetched, but I'm
Hey,
just
man.
throwing it out there.
Hey man, this guy. I don't know. Now, did I retire at a point, and do I mess up things that popped up after those generations, like body press and other shenanigans? Maybe. That's not important right now because my pal Mudsdale is in, and this is it's a really powerful Pokemon, Tyler. It's got a fantastic attack. It's so easy to bring this thing in. Sponge hits. This is the best play for us, but I am a little worried of taking some big damage. But
Oh, never mind. That did nothing.
Pretty bulky guy. And Tyler, I do not know what the opponent is going to do about Superior. Because if Ben predicts a switch, goes for the substitute, and they bring in Cobalion again, I mean, we are leech seeding and just absolutely frustrating everything in existence. Or we could just spam the glare button. There's a lot of annoying things we could do here. Go for a Leaf Storm just to be cheeky. I mean, at this point, it's mean and fun.
I love this Superior set.
Anything you click is a good play. Literally anything you click is a good play.
Still dealing so much damage, which is the power of having Contrary Leaf Storm in all these situations. But it does so much in this battle where even times like that, where it's the obvious pivot. Like, I don't think there's a world where the opponent thinks we're bringing in anything there but Superior, and it still really didn't do that much damage. And with Leech Seed, you're able to get some of that back over time.
Yep.
I love this build on it, especially the way that Ben has it with a ton of HP investment, even sprinkled in some defense, some speed for a good measure. I love this bring to this battle to where here Superior is, after all that, right back at full health.
And speaking of right back at full health, I mean, Altaria is pretty close to being there as well. The opponent really has not been able to make any progress of breaking through this team. And the only thing that I'm worried about, and I wouldn't be shocked if you're in the same spot, is when is Ben going to try to break through? Last time, not only did the opponent hit first, but they were able to bring in their win con and really just obliterate the team. When are we going to bring in something to absolutely annihilate a Pokemon of the team? Rampardos, Bubby,
we're waiting for you.
We are waiting for you.
If you're the opponent, what's your switch? Outside of if you're hoping Ben tries to make a prediction here, do you go with the Mudsdale just eat any hit play here? You can't switch in the Cobalion now just in case it's an earthquake. I'd love to hear from you. What do you see happening?
It's a really good question. At some point, the opponent is going to have to be able to break through. Old Bubby could make sense.
Bernie? Oh, it is Old Bubby. Okay.
Right?
Hot chip and lie. So
wow, make it a lot.
There is the Bubby. And now, here's the thing. We loved old Bubby when it was on the squad. It's got Regenerator. It's a really great pivot. This could be easy. Eat a hit, U-turn out, try to gain a little momentum. We're switching into this. That's what I thought the opponent might do. It'll be interesting to see. Now, it could also be a Draco Meteor. That was really the only offense our old Bubby was ever doing. Being able to switch in this, we're not worried about that in the slightest.
Double Edge. Ooh.
Wow. I didn't see that coming at all.
Huh.
Interesting. I mean, it makes sense with Regenerator. I don't think our coach was seeing that in any way, shape, or form. But
it is technically more of a physical attacker than a special.
It is, but hey, Tyler, if we can get a Reflect up here, we can really do some damage. Now, a well-timed Nuzzle could go crazy. Dazzling Gleam obviously could get a kill here. We only have so much we can do at this point with the Hat Witch right now. We have Healing Wish at some point, which would be great. I just like going for the Reflect. Let's see. We got 8 turns to deal with. Okay, we had 8 turns. We get the Nuzzle off here. I'm just a little worried that I don't know that our opponent can bring in something that they're not worried about getting Nuzzle.
Let's not go into Mudsdale here.
Yeah,
or
we'll
Cobalion.
see.
Let's not go into those. Like literally any of the other ones.
I don't know what Ben was predicting. I mean, if it's something like Pyroar, he's looking like a genius. If it's Mudsdale,
it's Mudsdale.
Yeah,
we don't love that one.
No, I mean he's not showing his hand though, right?
Yeah.
If he wants to save Reflect later, I'm completely fine with this.
Wait, is he baiting? Is he baiting the superior switch?
Yeah, no, this is the one Pokemon that's slower.
Is he baiting it?
I had to make sure. Yeah, I assume he just wanted to save the Reflect, have that trick up his sleeve. The problem is I don't know when we're getting that Reflect up now that it's so weakened. But we do know we can deal with the Mudsdale. I'm not really worried about this thing. Mudsdale is a fantastic Pokemon, but considering that Superior is the worst thing for our opponent to deal with, being able to bring that in whenever we want is fantastic.
And the prediction.
Oh, predicting
the double.
Okay, Mr. Ben.
He was trying to bait Superior. And there's Mr. Goop.
Fantastic read by the coach. Are you kidding me, Tyler?
Take it all back. We take it all back.
And there's the Reflect.
We take it all back.
There really has not been that many predictions in this battle. To at that moment make a play that big is phenomenal. And is he predicting on his at this point?
The Ben is going crazy.
Oh my god!
Ben!
It's on fire!
Ben, calm down!
Wow. I can't even keep up. This is fantastic.
Back with a vengeance.
He really is. Now, he did tell us that the curse is very likely on the Alolan Muck. And, I mean, it's just 2 really bold plays, one after another. And they were just so perfect. Like, so unbelievably perfect in the spot. Healing Wish to make the most of this Pokemon. I mean, we're dealing with a madman here, Tyler. Just a madman.
It's a madman or a master, somewhere in between. I was bowing while you said that. So
yeah, that is phenomenal.
One of the 2.
I don't know what he's going to bring in with the Healing Wish. Now,
right.
I do understand why he went for the Healing Wish. Mr. Goop doing whatever Mr. Goop does is
the time.
really scary. So this is a nice way to bring in what we need to bring. It's
It's
odd.
time.
You usually like the healing wish to heal something up.
There's Bubby.
That was the right thing to do. It
Come
feels
on.
wrong. Bubby. But this is the moment we've been waiting for. I got Bubby right here. This is my friend. Oh my God, he's not.
Hey, don't do
Is he?
it! No, Ben! Ben, don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it, Ben!
No!
Click it, Ben.
No!
Click it. Against the
Okay.
Mr. Goop.
Okay.
Okay.
He was just hovering over that to make us think.
Okay.
He did. He wanted to get us excited.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. If that man had gone for Focus Punch 99 times out of 100, we lose the battle. But that one time.
Come on, Bubby.
That one time.
Now, this is still a little
Do the thing.
because this is
Do the thing, Bubby!
We need you to line him up, Bubby.
You shut
Line
your
Yes!
mouth.
Yes!
Enjoy the head spin.
Come on, Bubby! There we go! Sit down!
That is what we're talking about. That is
Bubby!
satisfying. That is exhilarating. That is most of its health.
That was so much recoil damage.
Which is why we had Healing Wish, right? To be able to heal this up after all the recoil, but to be able to, to make those plays in succession, I don't really care what happens for the rest of the season outside of winning the championship.
I would love to see a Focus Punch. I'm going to throw that in there. I think it'd be cool.
It would be cool. I'm just saying, those plays in succession were so fantastic. Just correct prediction after correct prediction, every single one risky, but really put him in a fantastic spot. So much incredible situational awareness. After the Feraligatr last time, that set up and really messed up the team. Being able to handle another set of Pokemon so skillfully, I just am really, really impressed. Even losing a Pokemon to make sure you bring in the right Mon. Now, obviously, Flamigo is here. One of the scariest Pokemon against our team, maybe the scariest on the opponent's side. So, we won a battle. The war is not over. This is probably a dead bird. Wait. Do I not know how Healing Wish works? Wow.
All right.
That's also really bad on the other side. Tyler, we came into this battle with one objective, and it was to not mess up another.
You guys saw Healing Wish on Cresselia in the 10th season of the GBA. You guys should be professionals at this.
Yeah, it's not great. We gotta roll it. I'm throwing it to you.
Editor, play the
Vince.
clip.
You
No, I'm
gotta
kidding.
take over for a
No,
second.
don't play that.
Well, I'm scared. Okay, because we just saw a swords dance on the other side, and
There was an SD though.
Flamigo, I think that most of my knowledge comes from Wolfie VGC videos, to be honest. But it's a
That
Pokemon
did
that you think of
nothing.
not being that strong because it's an early route Pokemon,
Oh,
but it's actually
Reflect,
really good.
duh.
Despite the fact that did not do very much damage, and now it's almost a dead bird.
Yeah, no,
Rocky Helmet.
Rocky Helmet Flamigo? Rocky Helmet Sword Dance Flamigo?
That's a set.
Wow, okay, I didn't expect that at all. Well, the thing with Flamigo, right? Flamigo is a 90 speed Pokemon. We are going to be able to outspeed it and revenge it. So this is not something that I'm really worried is going to this is not Hawlucha with Unburden ruining my life. I'm pretty sure Hawlucha has Unburden. Oh gosh, why am I saying that?
It does have Unburden, you're fine.
I think you're right. If you're wrong, I'm cutting it out of the video.
We don't have to worry about it setting up and outspeeding and just sweeping our team. But it's interesting to see, while we still have a lot of Pokemon on our side that can take hits, the Swords Dance, with it clearly not being just the most offensive Flamigo, it does look like something that is going to obviously be able to break down our Altaria, which, obviously that's going to help our opponent. Altaria had been frustrating, but Flamigo is not long for this world. It should be very easy to revenge. And it does allow us to bring in Marco for the first time, which is pretty phenomenal.
I would love to see a big end of this game for Marco. Because Ben was so high on this Blaziken pick. He said there was a chance that we see this guy lead the league in kills. Yep. I would love for it to come in here and just start cleaning things up left and right.
When it goes back to those fantastic plays from Ben and be able to get the reflect up, really, it screwed over a lot of the plans the opponent had. You could still kept those plans in your back pocket for when it was a little bit more acceptable to be dancing with swords in public. But now, I mean, I think this is just a dead Flamigo, and we're looking pretty good. Again, we're not like, the battle's not won yet. No. We have more Pokemon dead than the opponent, but I feel good about the position we're in, which it's all you can ask for at this point.
This has been good. Just to see the multiple win cons and to be able to save Blaziken until this point, and there not be a point of just, oh, well, we've got to throw it out now. That's an interesting switch. But to be able to save it until this point, have it come in here full health, it can just cause chaos. Rampardos has done its thing already.
Ooh.
We're beyond thrilled. That did a butt ton of damage. Just feels good. Things have just, the plan has been executed, which is wonderful. Coming off of last week, to be able to have a battle long enough for a plan to be executed, great.
Oh, we kill. And we absolutely kill, which is fantastic. I assumed off of just the eye test would be able to kill, but running the calc, no worry about that. That's fantastic. I assume this is no, it has to be a more offensive one still with how much damage that did. So that, beautiful in all ways. I mean, hey, as you said, Ben really talked up Blaziken, and this is where Blaziken goes crazy, picking up kill after kill after kill. I'm not sure
can clean up the rest of this game.
Has to stop Blaziken from revenging almost every Pokemon.
The only thing he can't
and that's going to be the
is
really
Pyro.
interesting thing here. As I don't know. I mean, Bubby's not going to be choice scarfed. Can we kill Cyclozar here?
We saw that earlier because it switched from the double edge to the U-turn. So we know that the scarf isn't on old Bubby.
Don't we kill?
I think this would be a dead old Bubby? No?
We might not outspeed. Like, we straight up may not outspeed. I'm not entirely sure.
The speed investment on Cyclozar would have to be insane for that to happen.
There is a chance that it would not have outset there.
Yeah, I mean, what he made was the safe play. I'd be interested there. It is interesting to see the Bubby come in. Our choice scarver can OHKO it. I assume, hey, our coach has been absolutely nailing the plays. So
with those defense and the drops that it's had, or that any hit could take it out.
You make the safe play here, and now we're able to just go for a Thunder Wave if we want, make a bold switch, or we got the Bolt Beam coverage to do some damage. Hey, there was no... When you talked about me playing in the past, I'm making the safe play 100 times out of 100 there. I'm going into Porygon 2 every single time. As I sit in the booth, nothing I could do wrong except not know what, some of these moves do. It is so easy for me to run a calc and be like, hey, dude, click the button. You switch into the duck every single time. Because this is a Pokemon that's going to be really difficult for the opponent to kill. I mean, there is still Flamigo, so there is still a chance to get a big close combat off. But, I mean, outside of that, there's also a very slow Cobalion as well. But I'm feeling pretty good about Quack Quack over here.
And that has to be the switch. And give Ben credit again, makes the right play. Knowing this almost 100% had to be the switch.
Crit!
The crit! This battle is everything we've ever wanted. We got a crit.
Hey man, I'm not wearing this again. So if this is the lucky outfit, we might be cooked, but just phenomenal.
I'm not saying if and when this team makes the championship.
Oh God,
it's gonna have to come back. I didn't say it.
If you want to comment and say that, we certainly would welcome it.
But I'm not going to be the one to say it. Not this guy. No. Not this guy.
What? And this is the really nice thing about the team that we drafted. Obviously, we didn't see it last week, but just frog's kiss. This is a team where we can really go on the offensive and then kind of retreat back, play a safer game. There's nothing the opponent can do about it. Not much you can do against Porygon 2. What are they doing against Superior? Now with that pretty, lucky para, we could go for the Leaf Storm win play. We could also go for the substitute play. We could go for the Leaf Seed play. Obviously, it's the Leaf Storm win play. And now, Tyler... Wait, do we win?
Yeah, we just win now.
No, no, not with Pyroar. Not with Pyroar. As fun as it would be. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing.
There was always a
But
situation
aside
at
from
some
that,
point
you
where
just
we could
win.
do
Because
the
all you
win
have to
play
do
was
is
superior.
put chip on this thing.
But getting rid of Cobali on there, it just makes the absolute most sense.
Like,
it would have been
like
nice
substituting
to be
here would
behind
be a good play
substitute
by
against
Ben.
this. But then, of course,
Assuming
Hyper
this
Voice
thing
can go,
overheats.
behind that. There's a few shenanigans.
I would sub here, but
Can't be upset with that. I am still a little bit nervous.
leave some for
about
Chet so
the
Marco
Lion.
can clean up, but
And
also
I
good
do
as well.
wonder, is it worth going for Glare just to neutralize this, almost guarantee the win, but probably lose the snake in the process? What do you think?
I would say so, because your main threat now in terms of what you need to take out is this Pyro. Everything else is, well, we know Flamingo is one hit.
Yeah.
Good to go. Cyclozar maybe can be a bit annoying, but I don't think you're worried about that costing you the game with as much health the rest of the team has.
Ooh,
I
was that a
understand
crit?
the thought process.
It was.
Okay. You know what? Great play, Ben. You know what? I was gonna say I get it, but I was with you on the glare. But no, that was the right play. Perfect. Great. Good play. Love it.
Well, and at this point, right? I mean, Ben. We already know that Ben. He put in a big slip on Blaziken winning MVP. Was that just setting up 3 more kills for Blaziken?
I mean, it kind of looks that way.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
At least he's not betting against his own guys.
That is good, right? That is good. Yes, I mean, yeah, there's no Jonte
Porter on this staff. All right. Clean.
And this is now a guaranteed kill. Well, it goes back to the question that I had earlier, and now I have to be confronted by my previous demons of can Cyclozar outspeed the Blaziken here? But I don't think it can it.
Blaziken with the Choice Scarf, its base speed. If you were to just go by the base, it would be at 120. Cyclozar's at 120. So depending on it, if it's got max speed investment or even a decent amount of speed investment, it's going to outspeed because we don't have full investment in speed on our side.
Yeah, I'm a little removed from the old competitive days of trying to run these numbers while
To be fair, Blaziken should be faster than it is. I mean, the original art for that thing, it was a jet. It was a laddie.
It's also one of those interesting things in draft, right? When you choice, well, any competitive book, when you choice card something, you're expecting to outspeed everything that is not also choice scarfing faster than you. That's the beauty of a Pokemon like Bubby. To have that elite speed in low tier is just phenomenal. And this is where we see. This is what I need. Thank you, Ben. You knew that I'd be sitting here struggling. You knew that I'd be here clutching my Bubby, a little bit worried of what Bubby was about to see. Actually, Bubby's not going to watch this for a few different reasons, and we're really going to see a few things here. The opponent terrified of what's about to
shaking
come
in their
their way.
boots.
Oh,
all right, look.
All right then. All right.
This guy validated. Yeah,
I
was very confused.
Now we win. All right, let's do it.
Ben made the correct safe play early in the game. Not a bad play in the slightest. You do that. But did click the old pow button. I don't want a pocket watch here. But I mean, he had to put a lot of money on Blaziken, man. I mean, it's just so much money on this
Put
thing winning
all of it
MVP.
on him. If this is how every battle's gonna go. All of it.
But it doesn't matter because we got the huge win. And this is just something we needed. I don't even, we didn't need this for confidence. We were confident in the team. We're confident in the coach. Last week, that stuff, it just happens. But it's nice to be have it just be, really forcibly shown that last week, not a fluke, but a bad matchup. Really good prep. That happens. If it didn't happen, Draft League would be really boring for every team except for Play More because we'd go undefeated and just win every time. It's going to happen. And hey, this is I would say a statement win after a loss like that. Phenomenal battle. Tyler, I love this sport. I just love it.
I love having Bubby supremacy. Once more.
Yeah.
2 Bubbies come to the table. Only one survives. But there wasn't a focus punch in there.
An absolutely phenomenal battle, Mr. Ben. I only have one question. Why didn't you go for close combat against Bubby the first time? You tricked me. Maybe you tricked the opponent as well. The safe play worked out. It wasn't a negative play in the slightest, but felt pretty free. I'm just dying to know.
Yeah, so when it came down to Blaziken versus Cyclozar the first time around, I forgot that it wasn't Choice Scarf, and I played as safe as possible. But then once I saw once again that it changed from Double Edge to U-turn, I'm like, cool, got it. It makes sense for Cyclozar not to be Choice Scarf, but especially since I knew he was Silk Scarf. He was one Scarf, just not Choice Scarf. He was Silk Scarf, which is why Double Edge did so much damage. But I did know that Pyroar did not die in close combat yet. I needed some chip on Pyroar. So I just thought it'd be best to just switch out, because even if I killed Cyclozar, then Pyro comes out, and then I'm in a worse situation, because that thing with Terrafire was pretty annoying into my team, especially with Porygon 2 chipped down at that point, and as well as Altaria being gone. So I think it kind of worked out for the best for me playing like that, to where in the end, once I was able to get that Leaf Storm chip off on Pyroar, which the crits really didn't matter at the end of the day. They were just funny, along with the Paras, but it worked out, playing safe, and it was all good. But yeah, I definitely just forgot. Sometimes it's annoying when, I can't just see what I already know. You get used to playing on Showdown a little too much sometimes.
Keeping it with Blaziken, I'm not going to say that one of the two owners of this team implied that you might have had some money on the over-under for kills for Blaziken in this match, but you hyped this guy up coming into the season, said that it should be a contender for MVP. Did you expect this kind of performance from it coming into this battle, and should we expect to see more of the same moving forward the rest of the season?
Man, Blaziken is my guy. I talk a lot about Pokemon that I've used in low tier and love. Blaziken, Serperior, Frostlass, and Altaria. There's a reason I drafted these, or at least picked up Altaria in free agency. It's because I've used them at least twice in low tier format before. They're just amazing. And Blaziken has always been like a top performing Pokemon for me when I've used it. And I think that's going to be no difference here in this league. I mean, we saw 4 kills this week. Some might argue it could have been 5. I'm going to say 4 is good enough for me. So I'm still very happy with what I did to it. KOing Mudsdale was awesome. Just showing the true raw power of Blaziken there is huge. Once again, the fact it was tier 4 just blows my mind, and I'm going to make sure that they regret that for sure. And if they over-prep for Blaziken, hey man, that just gives Bubby more opportunities to head smash.
Alrighty. The Beneral, he cooked this week. He cooked so hard. But yeah, so the battle's over. We get another win out of that terrible week 2, as they mentioned throughout the week. If you haven't seen my reaction to week 2 or week 1, you can go check those out on the channel. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I am 2 subs away from 100. 2! Just hit the big red button and go for it. But anyways, I hope y'all, and if y'all haven't seen the Bubby short this week already, then go watch that, because I really like the edit that I did for that. So, I guess I'll see y'all later. And, because that's all I have for now. So next time, Poke fans, gotta catch them all!